Good morning, respected faculty members, staff, and students. I myself, Vijayalakshmi Shinde, Head Department of Environmental Science. I would like to brief about my department. The Department of Environmental Science was set up in the year 1994 with aim of creating awareness among the students in the field of environmental science, which is an emerging field and having lot of scope in near future. Our college is among those few colleges which offer the subject at undergraduate level. Our college is the first in Savitribai Phule Pune University offering environmental science as a special subject at third year level. Apart from academics, the department undertakes a lot of extra and co-curricular activities to create awareness and to give practical knowledge about our surroundings by organizing seminars, workshops, conferences, various competitions and environmental film festivals. Study tours, industrial study visits are organized along with eco camps. Eco camps are undertaken to places like national parks and wildlife sanctuaries of Maharashtra for the better understanding of the subject, to explain the intricate relationship of man with the environment. The students are motivated and guided to undertake projects on various environmental issues of Pune city, which gives the students experience of project making. Experts in the field are invited as a visiting faculty from different institutions to deliver lectures and share their knowledge. The department undertakes the course in environmental awareness for the students of second year BA, BCom, BCS, BSc, BCA Science and BBA. Also, the department runs a certificate course in environmental management from the academic year 2011-12. All the activities organized are meant to further strengthen the realities of the necessity of environmental consciousness, conservation and also of finding new methods to achieve them.
Good morning, respected staff, faculty members and dear students. Welcome to the Department of Environmental Science. Let us visit Environmental Science Lab.
I, Iram Kazi, Assistant Professor, Department of Environmental Science, would like to introduce you to the different equipments and instruments which are present in the department. As you can see, first is a digital pH meter and an EC meter. This is used for analysis of soil and water for determining the pH and EC of the sample. Next, as you can see, is a magnetic stirrer. This is used for heating and stirring substances and mixing them. The next instrument you can see is a nephaloturbidity meter. This is used to determine the turbidity of the given water sample. Next instrument is a photofluorometer. This is used to determine fluorine concentration in any given water sample. This is a vacuum pump which is used for the practical of MLSS and MLVSS. Distillation plant. This is used to obtain pure distilled water, which is used for the practice. High volume sampler. This is used to determine a particulate matter 10 and 2.5 concentration. This is hot plate. This is used for heating of chemicals and substances. Centrifuge. This is used for separation of two substances, and this is used for estimation of total chlorophyll. This is an audiometer. This is used for determining the hearing capacity of an individual. This is a digital calorimeter. This is again used for analysis of soil and water sample. And this is water bath. This is used for microbial practicals. This is hot air oven. This is used for heating of glasswares and chemicals. Next is a bacteriological incubator. This is used for microbial practicals where the culture is incubated and grown, the bacterial culture. COD digester, this is used for the practical of chemical oxygen demand and for digestion of the sample. And this is spectrophotometer. Again, this is used for soil and water quality analysis.
Today, I would like to share information about green projects implemented in Azam campus by the Department of Environmental Science. The green projects which are implemented are solar panel installation, rainwater harvesting, LED lights installation, development of CES, that is Conservancy for Earth Sciences and Sustainability, zero plastic waste campaign, e-waste management, vermicomposting and installation of organic waste compost machine. Under the guidance of our founder and visionary president, Dr. P.A. Inamdar sir, and continuous inspiration and support from our principal, the Department of Environmental Science has been assigned a very important task, keeping in mind the future of our planet and the necessity to inculcate certain values in the students studying in our campus. This initiative includes the development of our entire 23-acre campus into a model of complete sustainability and a zone of ecological balance. We plan to achieve this by implementing the principles of sustainability on primarily 3 fronts, these being water, energy and solid waste. The better management of these 3 elements is a great start towards setting an example for the rest of the world that ecological preservation and development can go hand in hand and are not mutually exclusive. We have achieved this on all 3 fronts by the implementation of various sustainable technologies such as rainwater harvesting, solar power generation, organic waste conversion, LED lighting, etc. The ecological balance is achieved by the development of an outdoor area of the campus through which a freshwater canal flows into a zone meant especially for environmental studies and its implementation at all levels, right from school to postgraduate and doctoral studies. This aspect also includes the implantation of artificial nesting all throughout the campus to foster the lost habitat for birds in our area. This is being carried out in the name of CES. First is solar panel installation. Solar panels are purchased from Clean Max Enviro Energy Solutions Private Limited, Mumbai. Solar panels are installed on the rooftops of the buildings M.A. Rangunwala Dental College, Abeda Inamdar Senior College, Alana Institute of Management Sciences, A.K. Khan Law College, Alana College of Pharmacy, MC Societies, English Medium School. The total capacity of the solar panels is 125 kilowatt power and Abeda Inamdar Senior College gets 10 kilowatt power. The total panels installed on the rooftops of Abeda Inamdar Senior College is 90. A total of 3000 units of electricity is generated by the solar panels installed on the rooftop of the college and a difference of rupees 49,423 is observed in the electricity bill of the academic year 2019-20. These are the photographs of installation of the solar panels. Now I will brief about rainwater harvesting project. Our campus has taken up the initiative to convert itself into a complete model of sustainable development. This is being carried out under the supervision of a specialized internal team with the collaboration of external agencies as and when required. This project, entitled Green Campus, aims at revolutionizing sustainability at 3 stages in the premises: water, energy and solid waste. Our attempt towards utilizing rainwater harvesting by understanding its technical and scientific functionalities to maximize efficiency in the use of accumulated rainwater every year to replenish the groundwater table in the area of the campus as well as surrounding vicinities is a part of the water stage in the project. Our campus contains a total of 6 bore wells, all of which were thoroughly studied in terms of depth, channelizing and other details which shall help us utilize them for the replenishment of the groundwater table of the campus and surrounding vicinities. With the help of our internal team and various external agencies, specific problem areas which are in need of groundwater recharge were marked. This approach shall be much more in sync with the theme of sustainability that our campus and college wishes to implement at all levels of possibility as an example of consciousness towards the environment, which we considered to be our responsibility as a premier educational institute for every batch of students graduating from our college. The objective of rainwater harvesting project is to recharge existing borewells, to rejuvenate groundwater table and to free the campus from water tankers during summer season. This is the list of the 6 buildings. These buildings rooftop is used for the runoff. The total feasible rooftop catchment area is 20,900 square feet. And we are able to collect 50 lakh liters of water in every monsoon. These are the photographs of supervision and installation of rainwater harvesting structures. These are the sample certificates which we got from the company ERA Sustainable Water Solutions, Pune, Maharashtra. Third project is installation of LED lights. Our campus has taken the initiative to convert all of its energy sockets into ones that are compatible with LED lights. This helps increase tremendous energy efficiency and reduces the consumption of electricity practically by half. Replacement of 361 conventional tube lights by LEDs is done and installation of LEDs as and when required. Next project is Development of Conservancy for Earth Science and Sustainability, that is CESS. Agenda is to propagate the practical application of sustainable development and conservation practices for the various environmental elements of the earth. This shall be simultaneously carried out along with educational activities regarding the earth sciences in such a way that they complement sustainability and the core areas of earth sciences such as biology, geology, chemistry, ecology, engineering and management. This is owed to the multidisciplinary nature of the field of earth and environmental sciences. We acknowledge the need to propagate this knowledge, awareness and education at both formative and vocational levels and plan to implement the same. These are the photographs of the area alongside of PMC canal before the development and the photographs after the development of CESS. We have painted the walls with different types of pollution pictures, installed birds' nests and feeders, and developed gazebos as sustainability centers. These are some more pictures of the CESS. Next project is Plastic Free Campus. The campus canteens are instructed to minimize use of plastic and use of disposable plastic is disallowed. We have been conducting take-back activities for plastic and other recyclable materials from the academic year 2019-20. Here are few facts related with Plastic Free Campus. There is an ongoing drive to collect recyclable materials like plastics, carton boxes, scrap papers, etc. in the campus. Last year, a total of 1,160 kgs of recyclable material was collected and sold to recycling center. Simultaneously, environmental awareness sessions for the students of standard 1st to 10th are conducted in the schools of Azam campus with Badlao NGO. These are the photographs of the canteen wherein steel and washable plates are used, and the pictures of bins for segregation of waste. Next project is e-waste management. E-waste is collected and handed over for safe disposal to Ananda Computer System, a Maharashtra Pollution Control Board certified firm based in Pune. In order to create awareness about e-waste and its management in the students and staff community, poster and street play competitions are organized. Also, a survey was conducted on awareness of e-waste management and its disposal methods in the vicinity of the college. The college has received a certificate of appreciation for the same. The campus has one vermicomposting pit of size 15 by 9 feet and is working since 2002, and we get 5 to 6 buckets of vermicompost after every 3 months. The college has maintained more than 450 plants that sequester 40 tons of carbon annually. Next project is installation of organic waste compost machine. The objective is to convert plant litter and food waste generated on the campus into compost. And we have installed color-coded dustbins in all the educational institutes, hostels, canteens and administrative offices. And training about the collection and segregation of waste is given to all the housekeeping staff and supervisors of all the institutes of the campus. The machine is located in CES, which is also called as Green Galaxy. Installation and commissioning work was done by Blueberry Corporation, Pune. The capacity of the machine is 200 to 400 kgs per day, and current utilization is 30 to 40 kgs per day. These are the steps of composting process. That waste is first collected, then segregation of biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste is done, then the waste is fed to the compost machine, then raw compost is removed. The raw compost is kept in curing system for 10 days, and after that the mature compost is taken out and is used for landscaping and garden. This is again the photographs of the same process, composting process. This is the analysis report of our compost, and we have done analysis of our compost by the Excel Industries Limited company, which is situated at Ahmedabad, Gujarat. These are the photographs of the training given to housekeeping staffs, then sessions, environmental awareness sessions in schools, plastic waste campaign. Then we have given information about segregation of solid waste to the supervisors and staff. Then site feasibility survey and planning photograph. How organic waste compost machine is operated, then the photographs of the ready compost, training sessions for the housekeeping staff and supervisors of the campus, and the color coded dustbins which are kept in the entire campus. Thus, we can conclude that the entire Azam campus is heading towards the goal of sustainability and inculcating the values and sense of responsibility about conservation of environment among the staff and the students.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Mehraj Sheikh, Assistant Professor, Department of Environmental Science, welcome you all to CES, the area which is developed under the guidance of our President, Mr. P.A. Inamdar sir. Now we are heading towards organic waste converter site.
So now we are present at the organic waste converter machine site. So as you can see that the waste is now going to the table where it will be segregated. So this is a segregation table जहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं biodegradable and non-biodegradable दोनों तरीके का material has come. So now Victor and Ashok who operate this site will be segregating the waste material. So they are removing plastic, glass bottles, paper, from the waste. So generally this type of waste comes from our canteen and hostel. So daily we receive about 10 to 15 kg of waste that goes for composting. So this is how the non-biodegradable material is being removed from the biodegradable ones. So as you can see, segregation is happening. Very carefully, all the non-biodegradable materials are being removed so that they do not interfere with the process of composting. So nearly the separation has been done, mostly it's done. Now they will be putting it in a big bucket, all this waste, so that it goes into the organic converter machine. As you can see, they are using a special bucket that has written for waste. This is a special bucket that has been allotted to them for collecting this waste. So now the waste has been completely put in the bucket, and now it is going to the organic waste converter machine, as you can see. So now they are inserting this waste into the machine slowly. The full bucket has been emptied into this organic waste converter machine. At the downside, they are going to place a rack in which, after processing, all the raw compost will be collected. So now the waste is ready to become compost into this machine. And now we on the machine. This will take 5 to 10 minutes. The waste will be run into it. See, this is the waste that has come from the garden of the campus. This generally contains all the leaves and the branches. Now these leaves and branches are very big, so they have to be shredded and made into small particle size so that they can be mixed with the food particles. So they will be going into the shredder, which is present in the front, where it will be grinded into finer particle size. Taking place here of all the matter which has come from the gardens, from the campus. unwanted materials which are present in this waste will be segregated. Waste is going into the bucket so that it can go to the shredder for shredding. As you can see, after 5 to 10 minutes, they have stopped the machine. Now they are putting an empty rack which will go into the organic converter machine so as to remove the raw compost. Now they are on the shredder machine, wherein all this waste will go and it will be grinded into a very fine particle size. second round of shredding, the waste is completely ready to go and mix the food waste which has been put in the organic waste converter. So now this will be thoroughly mixed, and this mixing will take place for 5 to 10 minutes again. Now there is going to be an addition of sawdust. Sawdust is added to compost so that the compost becomes granular and extra moisture from it gets absorbed. So now the sawdust is added. Now after the addition of sawdust, we are going to add Sanitreat and Bioculum. Sanitreat is added so as to remove extra odor and foul smell that comes from the compost. And we add Bioculum so that the microorganisms help composting process to become faster and better and get the desired quality of compost. So again, this will be mixed thoroughly for 10 to 15 minutes. So this ensures complete mixing of Bioculum, Sanitreat, sawdust and the food material as well as the garden material. So after rotation for some time, now the machine has been stopped and the raw compost will be removed from down in the racks. Finally, all the raw compost has been collected, and now it is going to be placed in the racks in these shells, where from 8 to 10 days the curing will take place, and this curing in the end will give us a final compost. in these racks, there's going to be maintenance of pH, temperature, moisture. So there is a provision of water which is done so that the compost gets cured. As you can see, there are different composts which are being cured. Each day they are being made. This is the source from where the water is supplied to these composts. And after 10 days, this compost from the racks will be removed. It will be spread on a newspaper where it will be dried, and after drying, that will be finally used as a compost in gardens. And we are in the process of commercialization of this compost. So as you can see, after few hours of turning, the machine has been closed, and now finally they are removing the raw compost from the bottom in the rack. So as you can see, this is the final compost. Which is perfectly fit to be used in gardens. And some of this compost will now go into our garden. So this is a short initiative in which we can reduce our waste and convert it into a valuable compost, which can help in growth of plants, as well as we can reduce a lot of waste.